Joanna Geddes, and I'm from Kbsa Geddes, which is in the west coast of Scotland, and I'm the design director.
My name is Dan Stronge. I'm from Jones Britain Kitchens, and we're based just outside Tunbridge Wells.
We always like to be at the conference for many different reasons. I think firstly, it's a great way to socialise with other people in the industry, other retailers in the industry and suppliers, but certainly retailers that you wouldn't necessarily get to have conversations with. So it's fabulous that you can get different perspectives on the industry.
There are many reasons to go to the conference. Firstly is to just meet other like-minded people in the industry. It can be quite a lonely place out there from a business point of view, but going to the KBSA conference just boosts your energy.
There was a lot of conversation around apprenticeships within the industry last year, and I think that really got people going, you know, on both sides of that debate of whether apprenticeships are something we've really got to focus on and push. Other retailers may be thinking not so much, so it was really exciting being able to see from different perspectives.
Or on the big debate, they discussed apprentices and or apprenticeships, and there was a lot of negatives and positives towards it. It was probably the most raucous time in the audience with questions and debating. But it was interesting to see. We've never employed an apprentice. It's something that I've not considered doing, but it's interesting to hear people's views and points on that topic and subject.
One of my big ones was a conversation about AI. Because I think that is something that's just in the background at the moment, and when you're running a business, especially in the kitchen sector, where generally we are smaller companies, you've got to be doing a lot of different things. So having your fingers in a lot of pies and trying to keep up with current trends and things that are going to affect the industry can sometimes be difficult. So being able to go to the KBSA conference and listen to the conversations about AI and how that will impact our businesses going forward, it really brought something to the forefront that otherwise we probably haven't paid enough attention to.
I think one of the largest takeaways was looking after number one. There was one particular chap that did a talk, and he talked about the fact that he'd had a heart attack. At the age of 48, he'd had a heart attack. It was all about learning to look after you, because if you're not in top form, then your business isn't going to run in top form as well. And that was probably my largest takeaway from the whole conference. AI was something else. AI, there was a talk on AI. AI is becoming a big thing, a big buzzword. And I think the kitchen industry will soon be, looking at AI as something that they need to use or make sure that they're understanding it.
It's such a change in industry. We touched on it last year about inclusive design and accessible design. But I would like to see maybe a wee bit more conversation around practical design. I think it's at times getting back to basics on what makes good design. What is a good kitchen design, opposed to something that just, physically looks very well. I think that's something that I would really like to be discussing.
I think generally in the industry at the moment, people are quiet. And so we need a little bit of a boost, a lifting. I think that probably is worth discussing as a topic, whether the government looks to reduce interest rates, whether we look at possibly a VAT reduction. That's something that I personally think is worth doing. I think the high street really is suffering, and I feel that possibly a reduction in VAT might be a good thing to debate.
Great to have something focused for salespeople, maybe, a wee snippet of selling at the conference, or something focused for an installer, or small focuses for different aspects of the business might be good.
I'm just interested to find out what's new in the industry, what's the big buzz.
all the topics that are covered are relevant, whether you're in KBSA or you're not. But I think after you go to the conference, it would certainly encourage you to want to be part of that group of people.
I would recommend, even if you're not a member of the KBSA, I would recommend going just to experience it and understand what the KBSA is about. I mean, I just think it gives you an insight into what we're all about as KBSA members, and I just think it helps take things to another level, as I said.